Session 1. Pre-Start Safety Considerations. Welcome to the Coaching the Lift Truck Operator 3 course. This course represents the third edition of the original course, which was first introduced in 1994. You will find that this comprehensive course utilizes the latest OSHA training requirements and guidelines regarding formal training, evaluation, and practical, hands-on training for all powered industrial trucks. Since 1994, Coaching Systems trainers have conducted thousands of training classes, and we are thankful for the valuable feedback we have received over the years from both participants and trainers. Many recommendations from lift truck operators, trainers, and other safety professionals are incorporated in this course. Pre-Start Safety Inspection. Before starting, be certain that you are familiar with your organization's policies for inspecting your truck. As you begin your inspection, walk entirely around the truck, noting the overall appearance, the condition of the hydraulics, including any oil leaks. Check the stability of the overhead guard. Note that this operator is using a checklist to ensure nothing is overlooked. Pay particular attention to any damage, such as broken attachments or loose parts. Next, get in the truck. Remember, when entering or exiting your sit-down truck, always face the truck. This method will go a long way to reducing any slips and falls. To move material safely, regardless of the type of truck you operate, there are some key operating techniques to keep in mind. Scanning ahead, overhead, and to the sides as you travel. Approaching the load straight on. Making sure the load is stable. Keeping the load low while moving. Experienced operators have found the following coaching points effective in reducing risks while operating around pedestrians and other operators. These coaching points are referred to as SCC. The S is for scanning and means looking all around your truck, including above and below for potential hazards. When you approach the load, check that the forks are adjusted properly for the width of the load. If you have to exit the truck, use the 3 points of contact technique and do so facing the truck. Then, adjust the forks for the width of the load. Check that the load is secure and check behind to make sure you will not catch anything to the rear or puncture any other product or material. Try to approach the load as straight on as possible to avoid damaging or knocking over the load. Keep the mast vertical and move forward until the forks are all the way in, so the load is resting against the carriage. Lift the load only high enough to clear the surface, and then tilt the mast slightly back. It might be helpful to think of how many times you were surprised by other lift trucks or others on foot. This could be a sign that you were not aware of the activities around you. In some locations, lights are installed to give you an early warning that others are approaching. But remember, it is your responsibility to be sure your path ahead is clear.
Just as you have blind spots in your personal vehicle, lift trucks have similar blind spots. These blind spots may be due to the structure of the lift truck, the load being carried, or fixed objects around the truck. You should be aware that lift truck operators have been trained to compensate for these blind spots by reducing their speed, stopping if necessary, and warning others by sounding the truck's horn. When you hear a horn, you should interpret it as a signal of an approaching lift truck, not a negative signal.